Alright, so I'm going to start off with cutting out the Depron. That's just a battery foam cutter. Follow our lines closely. With the foam cutter makes it quite easy. I figured I'd just separate some pieces so I can get closer into it. And just clean up my lines after that. Like I said, that foam cutter makes it quite easy to go through. Pretty inexpensive. I think I picked it up for less than $6 at Michael's. So I just completed all the pieces. They're ready to go. You can sand them off. I dremeled the outside of them a little bit to smooth off some edges and any burrs or spurs, anything that's left back on the styrofoam. Lined up my pieces. And again, if you guys want the pattern for this, I found it online and I do have it as well. So if you need, just message me and I'll send it out. It's just a PDF that I used. Alright, so that's all assembled. I dropped in a couple of globs of hot glue and put it on a full piece of Depron. This is all 6mm Depron, by the way. It's pretty rigid, so I'm assuming you could probably go with something a little bit thinner. That's all I had available. Probably test it out next week, maybe do it out of EPP. Alright, so I just used a utility knife to cut the excess off. I'm leaving it rough, like I say. This is one of my first builds. Pretty cheap to make, so if I do like the way it performs, probably do it up again nice and clean. Alright, so a little bit more hot glue around your edges. I cut about a 3-inch strip. Nothing all measured out. It's just to the eye, I guess. And I just go around and trim afterwards. Not little crevices afterwards. I just filled in with a little bit of hot glue. This is going to be mostly used in the snow, so I'm not too worried about any leaks. I will probably be building one, or I already started the frame of it anyways in balsa, so I'll be building one for the summer. It's going to be all water sealed, but for this one I just wanted to build something nice and quick for the weekend. So I hot glued up on top of the frame, put another piece of Depron, cut around. And then after that was done, I just went over, trimmed the edges. The only part you have to take off is a little square piece at the back. Should have been left open, but it's easier just to cut out afterwards. So I'm going to start shaping the other sides. I'm going to put some hot glue in, cut another 2-inch strip of foam, and push it in, let the glue settle, and from then just trim out the excess. Same thing for the opposite side. Alright, so that's the fins at the back. That'll be holding the motor and prop. And the rudder is going to be connected to the back of that. So I'm just going to glue in another piece of Depron here across. That again was just eyeballed, no specific measurements. Glue up the motor on there. And then a little glob on the ESC, plop that underneath. Alright, and I just used regular white duct tape for the hinges. It works fine. Again, if this was a finished model, I'd be using some kind of dobro hinge. But for this, tape will do. Alright, just trim out any foam if you find it binds. Give it a 45 on both sides, I guess. Stick some tape in, and then you should be able to flop them over. Alright, no clearance issues. Here I just popped a little hole, a little bit of glue, and then pushed in my control surface. Be doing the same for the opposite side. Alright, and I just put in a dobro push easy connect rod in between. So they're both in parallel. Alright, same thing on the opposite side. Push the control surface in. And then another dobro quick connect. Alright, so I'm going to put some Velcro at the bottom. It's going to be holding their battery. Cut out another piece. That one's about a 3-inch strip. Just eyeballed it. Cut the hole in for the servo. push the lead through the frame. I got hung up in there a little bit, but I got it out. A little bit in glue both sides, push it down, and that's it. So that's our final product. I didn't have a chance to go out with it. I'm going to give it a little coat of paint outside in the snow. I won't be able to see that. All the surfaces work fine. It's got some good thrusts. So all we got left now is to test out in the snow. Again, guys, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed.